Hi, Release Fight here, so I'm going to talk you through how to beat Krode R in Mario and Luigi Brothership. As ever, if the video helps you out, drop me a like below, but you will have fought these many times, in particular in Merry-Go Island, but these guys are different, and the key difference is the way that they take damage, so that instead of using a big bros move to be able to take them all out, or any one of them with a big, huge chunk of damage, every time you hit one of them, you land a single damage point. So that's the key to beating them. You want multi-attacks to be able to beat them as quickly as possible. So green shell isn't a bad idea, but it isn't necessarily the best option. You can see it'll get a number of them a few times, but it doesn't get them anywhere near enough. So what you want is to use your bros moves, and in particular bros moves that do multi-hit damage. So instead of just being one big hit, you want multiple hits, and I'll talk you through what are the best. Now, some of these you don't unlock until later on in the game, so if you don't want to find out what the bros moves are that you unlock later on in the game, you might not want to tune in for that, so spoiler warnings done. Your alternative is to use jumps and things like attack boosts so that you increase the amount of jumps that you do. So for example, I think you might be able to get 3 for the jumps, and then if you combine it with the spike plug, then you should be able to get another 2 with that, so that's 5 hits each time. But that's a kind of a slow way to chip them down. You're better off using bros moves. So you can see here with Bomb Derby, I got in quite a few hits, and you can also see that some of those hits did more than 1 damage, so that's a good way to be able to chip down their health a little bit better. I think I got 11 damage in total as opposed to 5 that I would have done if I just done jumps. If you're struggling with Bomb Derby because the timing is difficult, I don't always get it right myself. If that's you, then you can also use the Auto Excellent plug to be able to make it a little bit easier to land those more. However, there are other bros moves that do even more damage and get more hits. So Max Mix Vortex is probably the best against Krode R because it does loads of individual hits over the course of the bros moves. You don't unlock it until right up close to the end of the game, but it is the quickest way to defeat them. As you can see here, it just gets them, it sweeps them up in this vortex, and it just keeps on hitting them. And this is the quickest way to wipe out their health. You can see I'm getting multiple waves of attacks on them, and by the end of it, you'll be able to see how much damage that did and how quickly it helped me wipe them out. However, if you're earlier in the game and you're determined to beat Krode R, then your best bros moves for Luigi are things like the green shell and the Yoo-Hoo cannon because they get multiple hits. And then for Mario, it's a similar situation with Bomb Derby and Clock Out Blow being your best bets to get multiple hits during each individual phase. There are a couple of other plugs you can use to increase the amount of hits that you get each round to speed up your chances of beating Krode R. Wait a Minute is one that you pick up much later in the game, but it will definitely help because it gives you extra rounds for each one of your go. So instead of Mario just doing 1 set of bros moves, he gets to do 2, and same for Luigi for each round of that. So it's a good one to increase the amount of damage you can do. Obviously, getting the counters helps you tick down their health, so you could use things like the easy peasy counters to make it a bit easier. And then Auto Luigi means that you get extra hits every now and again, but in general it's all about multi-hit bros moves to be able to chip down their health. And that's how to beat Krode R or Kroder or however you want to say it in Mario and Luigi Brothership. Like I said before, if the video helps you out, drop a like below and leave a comment. It's massively appreciated. Let me know how you get on with the tips. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already with the link on the left hand side and see way more of my guide videos for Mario and Luigi Brothership with the links on the right hand side.